Testing, testing.
So yeah, and then I was excited. Hey Royce, how you doing? I have a contract I need you to sign. How long you gonna be in the city?
Is there anyone in community room A, and can you hear me? And if you can you talk into the podium mic just as a quick test? Thank you.
We are loud and clear. Community Room A.
Thank you.
I'll be here till 4:30 today. Have you seen that sign yet?
Okay, so if there's any questions,
It's right, do you know where it is? It's right off of Blossom and in between Florence and Manchester. You know the donut shop is?
Based on that new
That's where
code,
we
it's now inside chambers around T. Okay? So what I'm looking to do is maybe move everybody who's not speaking, but even if you have an inside the executive conference room,
and if
and if
they have a question.
you have a question or something, you'll come from there, enter, and then you come in. But we're going back to old school. Try to keep you from coming through this front door. We'll come in this way, okay?
Oh, then maybe do the small conference.
The small conference room.
Yeah, so then you can bring them this way.
And bring them this
And
way.
not through the mayor.
Is there, I need to queue up that TV in there. I'll get, what's his name? Okay, so Josh.
Yeah, she's working from home.
Hey, Russ, I'm gonna take them to that small. Yeah, I'm going to the small.
Luisito.
To the small.
Yeah, you, I told them. How's it going, Councilman Brown? I
So,
told them.
10 people, I need only 10 people. We're coming inside, and everybody else has to come with me to this drive conference. Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll get it.
It's for the policeman, you know. It's being a policeman. Okay, we're gonna call to order the council meeting of July 28, 2020. Stand with pledge of allegiance. Right over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you be so kind as to call the roll?
Mayor Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, and Parking Authority.
Okay, so for the public, members of the public may choose to submit comments electronically for consideration by the Inglewood City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, Finance Authority, Parking Authority, Joint Powers Authority, by sending them to the city clerk or secretary at yhorton@cityofinglewood.org, or the deputy city clerk, A. Phillips, at cityofinglewood.org. You can comment by telephone, making oral comment by dialing in 1-888-251-2949 or 1-215-861-0694. Either number you press in the access code 193-5649 pound. Viewing and listening to the meeting without making public comments on Spectrum Cable Channel 35 with audio and limited video. Now, are there any, operator, are there any persons wishing to call in?
If you wish to make a comment, please press #2. on your telephone keypad. I have one person here. Caller, please state your name and question.
I joined late, so I want to know just where we're commenting on right now.
So is there no comment to be made?
There's one other caller
No, there
here.
is a comment, but I need to know.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead,
Can
please.
hear you.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. What are we able to comment on right now?
You can comment on anything but the public hearings, or anything that's on the council agenda right now.
Okay.
Comment on the public hearing.
I have a number of comments then. And please let me know if these are in the thing. The equipment for the ITC department, is that going to help them so that they can make sure that they're up to date on everything, like updating people's mailing addresses when they're trying to pay bills, so that it is that the online part coincides with the accounting office?
Ma'am, go
That's
ahead.
one.
Go ahead.
Another one. Okay. Another one is I'd like to know why we have so many attorneys for so many different things. I understand there's an arena, there's a stadium, but there's things that are coming out of the general fund, and there are nebulous categories for this assistance from these attorneys. I'd like to know where we can find out exactly what these attorneys are addressing and how they're working on the city's behalf, as opposed to maybe, an individual person's behalf. That's another one. So please take note and please answer. In addition, where can we see all these plaques that we're paying some money for, and where are they going? That's another one. Then the hazardous waste people being on call. I find it interesting that it's difficult to get things picked up and trash. And then there was a time when you guys said that, we have a service that you guys can access that's already paid for. And then after people call it for a couple weeks, all of a sudden a new contract starts up for people to come by, to pay people to pick up the other items that are like bulky items or things that are left in alleys and stuff like that. And I also want to know, do we currently have somebody picking up the hazardous waste? Because that hasn't been going on for quite some time.
Ma'am, you have to stick to items that are on the agenda right now. Okay.
Isn't that on the agenda?
It is. Go ahead.
Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, you did not, there is, you guys are going over Ordinance 01 today?
Yes.
And, okay, is that public hearing?
Okay, you're at time, ma'am.
No, okay, I didn't know I had a time limit because I have different things to comment on, so each one should be separate.
Ma'am, there's a 3-minute time limit right now, so that you're at time.
But each one of those is a separate thing.
Operator,
Each one is.
Operator, could you go to the next caller?
Absolutely. I'll go to the next caller. And please state your name and comment.
Hi, this is Patricia Moore with Global Vacation Rental Association. Can you hear me?
Yes, Patricia, we can hear you. Now, is this one of the public hearings you want to speak on? Because you can't speak on public hearings right now.
Okay, what I really wanted to talk on was the ordinance that's being developed for short-term rentals. So if it's not appropriate, I can wait.
Ma'am, that's a public hearing, and that's going to be pulled. That's PH1, and that's going to be pulled, so you won't be able to comment on that today. Now, if you want to come back at the end of the meeting, we have 1 minute, and you could talk for 1 minute on any city-related item, but you can't talk about that right now.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No, there are no more comments at this time.
All right. With that, PH1 is pulled. Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
Mayor, before we go to PH2, do you mind doing the warrant register, and then we'll do that, or you want to come
Item
back?
1, CSA 1 and H1? Madam Clerk?
Council members, successor agency members, and housing authority members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Butts.
Aye. Okay, Madam Clerk, what's the next scheduled matter?
Yes, Mayor. The next scheduled matter is a public hearing to consider assessment levies for the Morningside Park Maintenance Assessment District Number 1974-2.
And will you call PH3, PH4, and PH5 simultaneously?
Yes, sir. It's also a public hearing to consider assessment levies for the in-town maintenance assessment district number 1975-1. And the next will be the assessment levies for the Inglewood Street Lighting Assessment District number 1980-1.
And did you,
5, I think is, I'm sorry. PH 5 is also the assessment levies for the Darby Dixon Maintenance Assessment District number 1987-1.
okay. Has the notice of these hearings been given in the time, form, and manners required by law? And do you have the affidavit on file?
Yes, notice has been given and the affidavit is on file.
Have any communications been received on the matter?
No communications have been received.
Is there a staff report on these items?
Good afternoon, Mayor and members of the City Council. I'm here today to present to the Council 4 staff reports recommending adoption of resolutions, approving the engineer's report, and resolutions ordering assessment levies. The first assessment district report I will be presenting is the Morningside Park Maintenance District, number 1974-2. First, an assessment district is a special entity sponsored by a local government agency such as the city or county, where a tax or fee is imposed on a property or group of property owners that directly benefit from enhanced maintenance or public improvement. The Morningside Park Maintenance Assessment District 1974-2 was created in 1974 at the request of local business owners in conjunction with the Morningside Park section of the Chamber of Commerce to benefit property owners by improving and providing maintenance for the commercial business area. The Morningside District is located in the city of Inglewood, and it's south of West 84th Street, north of West Manchester Boulevard, west of South Van Ness, and east of Crenshaw. Funding is provided for the construction and maintenance of parkways, parking lots, medians, decorative lighting, landscaping, and other incidental improvement activity. Services are provided to the area 4 days per week. Since fiscal year 92-93, the annual maximum assessment rate, as indicated in the Morningside District Engineering Report, has remained the same with a levy collection of approximately $86,000. The costs incurred by the city have remained stable over the past several years. For fiscal year 2021, the estimated cost to maintain the Morningside Park Maintenance Assessment District is $157,629. Resulting in a general fund subsidy of approximately $71,300. And that concludes my report for that district. The next district is the In-Town Maintenance Assessment District number 1975-1. It is located in the city of Inglewood, east of South and north of La Brea Avenues, west of South and North Locust Street, and south of East Regent Street, and north of East Kelso Street. The district was formed in 1975 at the request of local business owners to attract customers and increase the business patronage. And it provides funding for tree trimming, street and sidewalk maintenance, sign replacements, and pavement markings, and other incidental improvement activities. Services are provided twice a week. Since fiscal year 92-93, the annual assessment for the in-town district has remained at approximately $72,000. The services costs incurred by the city have remained stable over the past several years. For fiscal year 2021, the estimated cost to maintain the in-town maintenance district is $236,000, resulting in a general fund subsidy of about $164,000. That concludes my report for that district. The next district is the Street Lighting Assessment District number 1980-1. It was created in 1972 to provide funding for the maintenance, servicing, and operations of landscape and lighting improvements within the rights-of-way throughout the district. And this district is the entire city. It includes all property within the city. Street lighting services provided through the assessment include the maintenance and ongoing replacement of about 2,400 city-owned streetlight poles, fixtures, and lamps. Services also include the retrofitting of existing features with efficient lighting. The costs associated with maintaining the street lighting district are calculated and presented each year in the engineer's report. Since fiscal year 92-93, the annual maximum assessment rate, as indicated in the street lighting assessment district, has remained the same, with a levy collection of about $2,418,000. The costs incurred by the city have remained stable over the past several years. For fiscal year 2021, the estimated cost to maintain the Inglewood Street Lighting Assessment District is $3,727,000, resulting in a general fund subsidy of about $1.3 million. The next district is the Darby Dixon Maintenance Assessment District number 1987-1. It is located in the city of Inglewood, south of West Century Boulevard, north of West 104th Street, west of Crenshaw, and east of Club Drive. The district was formed in 1986 to provide funding to upgrade and maintain existing public improvements to streets, sidewalks, parkways, alleys, general landscape maintenance, and servicing, sanitation, and other appurtenant facilities. Street sweeping services are provided twice a week, and the maintenance of alleys and parkways occurs 3 times per week. Since fiscal year 92-93, the annual maximum assessment rate, as indicated in the Darby Dixon Maintenance Assessment District Engineers Report, is $66,527. The costs incurred by the city have remained stable over the past several years. And for fiscal year 2021, the estimated cost to maintain the district is $131,366, resulting in a general fund subsidy of $64,800. And that concludes my report on all the districts.
All right, we're going to take these up. Any caller can, or commenter can comment on any of these items. They're all the same, just different areas of the city. Before we go to the operator, we're going to check community room A to see if there's anyone there that wants to make a public comment. Seeing none. Now, operator, can you hear me?
Yes, we have one caller here.
Okay, well, hold on. So, operator, for this process, when the person reaches time, I'll say time, and that's when you're to cut the call, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go with the commenter on any of these public hearings.
Hi, caller, please state your name and comment.
Yes. Considering the administration has made very little effort to inform everybody about, in the city, the residents and homeowners and other taxpayers, it is really, really abhorrent that you guys keep on pushing these things through and having these public hearings that very few people know about. There has been very little limited effort to contact individuals at all. In addition, I personally let the Public Works and the city know that Edison has overcharged other cities for years, and I asked them to look into it, and there's been no response regarding that. In addition, you talk about now reassessing us, and I said, please make sure that they don't do a pass-through to assess us money for what they should be paying for. There has not been upkeep for the 11 years that I've been here for the street, for the curbs, for the sidewalks, for the street lights. In fact, there's a street light that was taken out in 2010. It took till this year and much effort on my part contacting the city, the Edison, and everyone else to try to get that light replaced. And people pretended like I was just being a big complainer. I understand there's other street lights that were not taken care of either. I also informed the city that apparently you guys might not have a contract with Edison. And then suddenly, in the last couple of weeks, you guys had suddenly a contract with Edison on the agenda. No one has ever responded to me regarding the emails that I've sent or the phone messages that I've made regarding any of these things, how to take care of them, how to get things done, find out when we're going to get the things that we are paying for and have been paying for years taken care of. There has been no action on them. There's been no communication whatsoever. And now you want to assess us again? there should be better planning if you need to have more money over a time period, which I brought up before, instead of saying the same story every single time you want to put an assessment through or get more money from us or give someone else a raise. We don't have deep pockets. We need to know that our city is being taken care of, all of us, not just a few, not just the people around the stadium and the arena. And these sidewalks, the streets, the curbs, and a whole bunch of other things, and the street lights and the trees, abhorrent. You guys sent out a tree cutting company, apparently, to cut a tree, not answering the questions that I have about the maintenance of the tree, and they butchered the tree. I call Public Works, and they don't know who it is, they tell me, who butchered the tree, damaging it even further. This has to stop. You can't keep on assessing us for services we're not receiving, and services that are clearly we're not receiving.
Thank you, caller. Operator, are there any other callers?
There are no comments at this time.
Is there a motion for
I
PH
will-
2 through 5?
Mayor, as you said, I will move PH 2, number 2, PH 3, number 2, PH 4, number 2, and PH 5, number 2, but I would like just a short comment just based on.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, comment.
Mayor, I just, we go through this every year, and I'd like to remind the public that we actually subsidize each and every one of these assessment districts. They have not been raised, and as a matter of fact, have clearly been implemented over the years, and to continue to receive the type of service levels that we have, the general fund has actually been subsidizing it. So that was just in reference to the actual comment, Mayor, that's all.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Madam Clerk?
Council mem,
Sorry. Go
okay.
ahead.
Council members Dodson. Aye. Padilla. Aye. Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar items 2 through 9.
So moved.
Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson. Aye. Padilla. Aye. Morales.
Aye.
Franklin. Aye. Mayor Buds.
Aye. Joint consent calendar items 10, CSA 2, H2, and P1.
Staff report recommending approval of amendment number 2 to agreement number 20-020 with Kane, Balmer, and Bergman Special Counsel to provide legal services to the city, successor agency, housing authority, and parking authority.
Mayor, I move City Council items 1 and 2. City Council successor agency, housing authority, and parking authority, numbers 1 and 2.
Second.
And I move City Council number 1.
And I'll second.
Madam Clerk?
As to City Council, successor agency, housing authority, and parking authority, council members, successor agency members, housing authority members, and parking authority members, Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye.
And as to City Council, that's Councilmember Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. 01.
Staff report recommending adoption of 4 ordinances introduced at the public hearing held on July 21st, 2020, associated with the Inglewood Basketball and Entertainment Center project. That includes an arena intended to promote the enjoyment and recreation of the public by providing access to the city's residents in the form of spectator sports, specifically basketball, with up to 18,000 fixed seats to host National Basketball Association games, and with up to 500 additional temporary seats for other events such as family shows, concerts, corporate and community events, and other sporting events, and up to 85,000 square foot team practice and athletic training facility, up to 71,000 square feet of LA Clipper office space, and up to 25,000 square foot sports medicine clinic, up to 63,000 square feet of ancillary and related arena uses, square foot sports medical clinics, up to 63,000 square feet of, ancillary and related arena uses, including retail and dining, an outdoor plaza adjacent to the arena, parking facilities, relocation of a City of Inglewood groundwater well, and various circulation, infrastructure, and other ancillary uses. The project will also include a limited-service hotel.
All right, I'm going to make 8 motions that we're going to vote on individually. First, a motion to waive further reading of ordinance number 20-12.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales.
Aye.
Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. I also move to adopt ordinance number 20-12, approving zone change number 2020-001 to amend specific portions of the official zoning map of the city of Inglewood that are within the proposed project site of the Inglewood Basketball and Entertainment Center, the IBEC, in order to, 1, conform zoning with existing general plan use designations, and 2, establish and identify the location of a sports and entertainment overlay zone, the SE overlay zone, within the IBEC project site. Maps showing these modifications are attached to the full text of the ordinance, which is on file in the office of the city clerk.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. I move to waive further reading of ordinance number 20-13.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. I move adoption of ordinance that number 20-13, approving zoning code amendment number 2020-002 to establish regulations for the Inglewood Basketball and Entertainment Center, the IBEC project, within Chapter 12 of Planning and Zoning of the Inglewood Municipal Code, including text amendments to create a sports and entertainment overlay zone, also known as the SC overlay zone, that, together with the sports and entertainment complex, the SAC development guidelines, will A, establish development standards, including standards for height, setbacks, street frontage, lot size, parking, and loading requirements, and permitted uses for the IBEC project. B, provide for the SEC development guidelines to regulate signage, parking, and loading, public art, walls and fences, and design review and infrastructure improvement review processes for the IBEC project. C, address parcel map and lot line procedures within the SE overlay zone. And D, provide for other land use controls governing the IBEC project.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. Motion to waive further reading of ordinance number 20-14.
So moved.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. I move to adopt ordinance number 20-14 to amend the following chapters of the Inglewood Municipal Code, Chapter 2, Administration, in order to affirm and ratify city determinations that the provisions of this chapter do not apply to city-owned real property, including within the SC overlay zone, Chapter 3, Motor Vehicles and Traffic, in order to authorize the city's traffic authority to designate a segment of 102nd Street, 325 feet west of South Doty Avenue and extending to Yukon Avenue as a truck route. Chapter 5, Offenses Miscellaneous, in order to modify the applicability of noise regulations within the SE overlay zone relating to the construction and operation of a sports and entertainment complex. Chapter 10, Public Works, in order to cause the comprehensive transportation demand management program imposed as mitigation measures in the environmental impact report for the IBEC project to apply to the IBEC project in lieu of the generally applicable citywide transportation demand management and trip reduction measures set forth in Chapter 10 of the Inglewood Municipal Code and Chapter 11 Building Regulations in order to allow the public art provisions permitted in the SE overlay zone to apply in lieu of the public art provisions set forth in Chapter 11 of the Inglewood Municipal Code.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. Motion to waive further reading of ordinance number 20-15.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. And move it to adopt ordinance number 20-15 to approve development agreement number DA 2020-001 by and between the City of Inglewood and Murphy's Bowl LLC concerning the Inglewood Basketball and Entertainment Center, the IBEC.
Second.
Madam Clerk.
Council members Dotson. Padilla. Morales. Franklin. Mayor Buds.
Aye. Now, Before we move on to reports, I have an emergency order that I wish the council to ratify at this meeting. I, Mayor James Butts Jr., declare an emergency temporary outdoor dining order during the COVID-19 emergency. While the County of Los Angeles has an existing emergency order that allows sit-down dining outdoors, the city is implementing additional operational clarifications that are necessary and beneficial for restaurants and their patrons in Inglewood. This order is to assist restaurant businesses in remaining profitable, keep employees working, and protect restaurant patrons during the COVID emergency. This order provides for 1, a temporary free-of-charge permit process for restaurants to serve their patrons on public sidewalks, and 2, allows restaurants to serve their patrons on outdoor private property, such as in parking lots. Restaurants who provide outdoor dining under this order are subject, but not limited to, the following conditions under this emergency order. 1, all requirements of the Los Angeles County Health Department and the State Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control regarding outdoor dining and alcohol sale and consumption must be met. 2, proper safety and accessibility must be maintained in accordance with the Americans with Disabilities Act and state building safety codes. 3, a 6-foot distance between groups of diners must be maintained, and diners must maintain proper face coverings as required by the state and local mandates. 4, restaurants must designate employees responsible for ongoing cleaning, sanitation, and trash removal in the outdoor dining area. 5, no amplified sound is allowed in the outdoor dining area under this emergency order. 6, temporary signs may be utilized in the outdoor dining area provided that they are professionally produced. 7, restaurants must maintain proper insurance coverage as required by the City of Inglewood or the property owner. 8, parking requirements, except for the provision of the required number of ADA accessible spaces, are waived for restaurants using their parking lots for temporary dining under this emergency order. However, the city retains the right to revoke this privilege on a case-by-case basis. This order is presented for ratification by the City Council at the August 4th, 2020 City Council meeting. Restaurants and the public are directed to contact Sharon Mann Garrett in the Economic Development section for more detailed information at sgarrett@cityofinglewood.org.
Mayor.
This is effective today.
Yes. Under your authority as the mayor and having received the authority to do so under the emergency ordinance during this COVID-19, is there any reason why we couldn't take it upon us as a subsequent needed item and just adopt it today? We
Yes,
could do it today.
we could do it today.
So why don't we just do that? I make the motion that we include the mayor's emergency ordinance for outdoor dining as a subsequent needed item today.
Okay.
Second.
Madam Clerk?
But there's a motion already on the floor.
No, but that.
Okay, and this is a substitute to make it effective today
Okay, yes,
as
sir.
opposed to August 4th.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Okay. Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla. Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
And likewise, I make now having, you would have to assign it a number, Mayor, so it would probably go under a mayor's initiative,
Executive
so-
order.
right?
That would be
His
the clerk.
executive order.
So the clerk will assign a number to it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
So having called that number and the city clerk having assigned it as an executive order 1, is it just an executive order? I just want to call it and make the
The
motion.
mayor has a few executive orders, so when we get back to the office, we'll,
We'll give it a number, but
Yes, sir.
as today's executive order, I move adoption of that
Okay.
such copy.
Okay, and
Second.
It's been
well,
moved
no,
and
it's been moved and seconded, but adoption, you don't have to vote.
Good number.
Oh, okay. To be safe, we've moved adoption as a first and second. Madam Clerk?
Council members Dodson.
Aye.
Padilla. Morales.
Aye.
Franklin.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. A1?
Thank you, Mayor. We had one closed session item. That was with the labor negotiations. The 3 items that were negotiated today or discussion held was the Inglewood Police Officers Association, Inglewood Police Management Association, and Service Employees International Union. A status on the negotiation was provided to the City Council and direction given to staff. As to A2, there's no reports from the City Attorney's Office.
CM1?
Thank you, Mayor. There are no oral reports from the city manager's office.
CC1.
No report, Mayor, thank you.
There are no appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. Public comment. Any persons wishing to address the city council on any item connected with city business may do so at this time. See no one in community room A. Operator, are there any callers?
I do see one.
Hold it, Mayor. Look like they're gonna respond.
Okay.
Mr. Clark?
Mr. Clark, is there someone?
Would you like to take this comment?
Yes, go ahead, we'll take this comment. Go ahead.
Caller, please state your name and comment.
Yes. Congratulations, and I applaud you for being a business-friendly city. You now start making it a citizen-friendly city. You have not, and you've been refusing to make information easily accessible for all citizens. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you just fine.
Hello? Okay. And you've been ignoring citizens and requests for information. Resolution of complaints have not been addressed or directly resolved. You insult them and vilify them after they make their comments, and you negate what they have said, which they have personal experience with, and facts and documentation which you all have seen. And that's regarding the other comment that Councilman Padilla said earlier. In addition, it would be nice if you have emergency orders, if you could actually take comments from the citizens. Particularly, you could look at Redondo Beach's way that they're doing the restaurant. And if it goes in the streets, they also have ADA parking available in like 2 spots at least. So there are other solutions so that ADA people can actually go out to the restaurant and enjoy it too.
Thank you, caller. I appreciate your input on the executive order. Go to the community room A.
All right, greetings. My name is Billion Gossen with Africa Town Coalition. It's not acceptable how people are being denied the opportunity to participate for the past 2 weeks. I waited on the phone last week for an hour and a half. People are not being told how to make it known that they want to actually comment. Today, when we got here, initially we were told we would not be allowed into the community center. We waited until 2:05 after you all started public comments, then we were allowed into here. The whole reason we started coming is because people in Inglewood right now need help with rent, they need help with mortgage. A lot of other cities have been providing rental assistance, mortgage assistance, but that's not happening. We know COVID assistance is going out to everyone. We know Steve Ballmer donated a lot of money, so why this is not happening is unacceptable. Dorn thought he was untouchable. Sheriff Baca thought he was untouchable, but look what happened to them. Black power.
Thank you very much. Power to the people. So that'll end public comment. Is there any council comment?
Yeah, I have.
Councilman Dodson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to thank Reverend Dr. James Firkin of the True Friendship Missionary Baptist Church for giving meals to needy for the past 8 weeks, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1. It is located at 7901 Van Ness Avenue. Volunteers are welcome. 1 day or 1 hour will be appreciated. Thanks again for your help, those in need, for your helping those in need. Also, I'd like to thank Richard and Eva Overture for informing me about this great act of kindness in our own neighborhood. Now I'd like for you to get your pencil and paper out, and we pray that this will be able to come to fruition. I have a shredding event on September the 12th, time from 9 to 12 at the Archive Center, 2901 West Manchester Avenue. Please bring your important papers or anything that you need to shred at that address at that time. And please be on time because the truck leaves at exactly 12 o'clock. With that, I'd like to wish everybody a safe and be safe Remember to wash your hands. Have a great week.
Thank you. Councilman Padilla, District 2.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to acknowledge, throughout the summer and even before the summer here, in the area. And so, we need to acknowledge and thank our local businesses that are doing, above and beyond and giving back to the community. And so I want to just thank Donald Goodman. I want to thank Donnelly Farms for doing that. Mayor, I'd also like to ask that you close in the memory of one of my residents in District 2 that passed away due to cancer. Yasmin Hassan passed away last week, a District 2 resident. Yasmin, Yasmeen Hassan, Hassan. May you rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Franklin, District 4.
Yes, Mayor, I just want to thank you for having sensitivity to our businesses, being business friendly by having the restaurants to be able to allow their patrons to dine outside. I think it's critical that we do all we can to maintain the existence of businesses because many of them are being plagued with the lack of income in order to sustain the employment of employees as well as being able to stay in business. And so this is a critical point of many points that we've done that has been very instrumental on our contribution toward COVID-19 on how we are helping the residents as well as businesses. So thank you very much. End of my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Morales, District 3.
Thank you, Mayor. And likewise, thank you for the ordinance. One of the reasons I wanted to do a subsequent meeting and get it adopted today is because I would actually like to see if staff is going to formulate maybe a one sheet or something for the restaurants, because I would actually like to get it out to them as soon as possible.
Have it right here?
A lot of them, yeah, that's great. So now that it's been adopted and official,
Spanish
we
and
can,
English.
beautiful. So now we can go ahead and send that out. So I just wanted to thank you for that as well. Thank you, staff, for all the work as well. Thank you.
Okay. I wanted to thank the city council for their support and their diligence in bringing a lot of things forward in this COVID year that has been so chaotic. And we pushed the city's business forward. And I just feel fortunate to work with such a dedicated group of professionals. And we're doing everything we can to help our residents. The people mentioned about rental support. The city of Inglewood, like other cities of our size, do not have the funds to provide rental assistance. The cities that are providing a pot of money are doing it from the CARES Act that they're being allocated by the federal government. And that amount of money, while it may seem significant, it's like $100 million for the city of Los Angeles. They have over 50,000 people vying for it. So everyone won't be supported. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to continue to position ourselves, keep as many businesses open as we safely can do that, to set the ground for when the vaccine has been tested and available, and we move back to a sense of normalcy, that all of these job-producing, revenue-producing projects that we as a council have brought here to the city will continue to bear benefit in jobs for our residents. Because in the end, it's not what the government can give you for a short-term basis. It's giving people the power of self-determination by being employed. And that has been our objective, and we've been single-minded about it. So we hear you. We know it's tough for everybody. We know it's tough for renters. We know it's tough for our small businesses. We're here, and we're doing everything we can to get through this to the brighter tomorrow. And with that, I'm going to close the meeting in the name of Yasmin Hassan. We're adjourned.